Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Bloodline, Heroes of Lithas. That's right guys, we are checking out Bloodline again. I am back, let's see what's going on. Alright, so today's video is sponsored by Bloodline, Heroes of Lithas, but you know what? Nothing is better than getting a sponsorship for a game I already have loved. If you're not already playing, be sure to download the game and use my link in the description or the pinned comment, as well as the QR code on the screen. You'll get a great starter pack worth $20 in value as well, just for using my link. I played Bloodline a while back and I honestly loved it. I was super addicted instantly. I played it for quite a while as well. It's a fantasy-style hero collector RPG. It has a lot of really unique mechanics, like having your sexy companion waifus, or, well, mating with them and raising some heirs. And you can even create hybrids between different types of races and characters, which is super fun. I loved this game, and, well, we're here to check it out and see what's going on again. And I want to showcase it to you guys who are following me now. A lot of people might have seen this game out for a while, and it's always doing fun, innovative stuff, and it has a lot of unique features besides the hybrid system and all that. It also has a really cool, like, guild versus guild type battle system, and I really like the way they do their events. Summoning is fun. I actually really like the grind. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about for today. So for today's video, I'm going to give a couple tips and tricks for new players that I remember from me starting out strong. I started out really strong and people couldn't believe my account was so young when I was making videos. They just thought I was like super advanced or that I'd spent a ton of money, but I just started out efficiently. And then we're gonna go ahead and check out new features. What's changed since I've been away? Alright, and let's go on into our beginner tips. First tip I want to talk about is to focus on intimacy and to focus the Travain companion. So Travain here is a very great option to focus as your very first. Not the fancy 3-star. You actually want them because they're a 1-star. And this has to do with trait swapping with the system of marriages and trying to get the best traits onto your key heroes and the highest level traits. So what happens is when you have a different rarity like epic versus mythic, rare, common, mythic of course being the highest here, that is going to give you the highest level trait when you produce an heir. So boom, if we want to court our gorgeous Travain companion, going on in, alright, we're back out. We made a baby. And look at down here, we have Agile level 22 trait. So that is what you're looking for when it comes to creating your best heroes, when it comes to creating hybrids and marriage and doing your marriages, is you want to have level 22 traits to put on your characters. And luckily, Agile is a very strong trait. Attack speed increased by 30%. That helps all your DPS units for sure, and that's something you're gonna want on almost everybody. It's very, very helpful, and that is why Travain is the easiest one to focus, because you know what? The cost is what it's all about. A 1-star companion compared to a 3-star companion, well, it takes a lot less intimacy to get the 1-star maxed out than it does the 3-star. So it happens to be a great trait to focus to do your marriages with and trait swap with for the sake of those hybrids. And it's just a win-win overall. If you get this done early, you're gonna be rocking with some characters with some really strong traits. Like if we go to my champions here, you're gonna see, boom, my choir female as let's see, there it is, Agile 22. I've already moved that over. Whereas if, like, look at focus level 4, that was what I used to get her to turn purple. Not gonna lie, I had immediately moved her. but I really need to replace that trait. We don't want a character that has level 18 and 22 traits with a level 4. That needs to be swapped off one of these days, but that's where the companions are so important in this game. And that leads me into tip number 2. Don't just summon randomly, save your summons. Saving your summons for events is really important. So like there's always gonna be different summoning events, right? Depending on the new heroes coming out in the game. And when you're gonna summon, you need to prepare. Not only to try to pull the hero, of course we all want the mythic versions of these heroes, of course we do. But it's not just about that, it's also about the companions. When you're choosing to summon for new heroes, you should choose to summon for them because they also have a good trait, a trait that you're going to want to swap to other characters through marriages. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like you need a certain amount of summons, right? In order to get after reaching 60 favorability, they'll become your companion. So you want to do enough summons to make sure you get 60 favorability. I know it sounds like a lot, but and this looks like a lot, but if you save properly and you're resourceful with your diamonds, you can use your diamonds wisely and save some for summoning events. But look it, I had been pretty resourceful and I'm already up to almost 200 crystals when I last left this account. It's ready for some summons, but really you're gonna need like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 favorability just from these summons if you have to go all the way to 270. But the good thing is you're also going to pick up mythic copies of those characters along the way, epic copies of those characters along the way, plus all the other resources like the things you need for intimacy to level up the companion. And you are going to be able to get more of them, or like more resources I should say, from them in general, depending on the challenges that are currently happening. As you do some of the challenges, you are going to get more favorability. Or when you just do the summons themselves, you're going to summon for their companions. So that's really, really helpful as well. If you're going to go all in on a banner to get the heroes, make sure you get that companion as well. That's why saving your summons to make sure you can have that happen is the smart way to go. And because we were talking about diamonds, summons, and being resourceful, not spending all your diamonds on summons unless you, well, spend a little bit to make that happen, the smartest thing to do is to save your diamonds for in the Dungeon Descent. One of the really great things about Dungeon Descent is you get some really nice rewards along the way. And also when you get to certain levels, you're going to be able to take advantage of their shops. So as we go through in the Dungeon Descent, you're gonna see that every so often there is a shop and you can take advantage of the best places to buy your marriage and intimacy materials for the lowest costs. Alright, and this is what you're looking for. Floor number 5, for example, one of the floors that will have some lovely stuff. So you're gonna get a nice little chest here for free. But you're also going to get to talk to the goblin here, and the goblin is where the good deals are. 96% off for rings. Boom, we want those. 90% off for our intimacy. We want those as well. I tend to buy the intimacy items that are 90% off, sometimes 80 if I'm doing okay on my diamonds. But this is for charm. I guess, you know what, I'm a little low on some of my resources. We'll buy that too. But overall, you really want to focus these really great deals on intimacy and ring items, because this is what allows you to save a lot of diamonds compared to buying them from the value packs later. Alright, so enough with a few beginner tips. Let's move on to what's changed. Oh my gosh, so I opened up the game and I was really surprised by what's changed. So when you first start the game, it's going to give you the tutorial. If you already have an account, you just got to click through the very beginning. And as soon as it starts making you go through like the campaign, you can cut out and switch to your account. So I did that. And when I switched to my account, it actually encouraged me to go to another server. I thought that was really interesting. I was like, go to another server. Okay. I thought I was going to transfer my account to another server, but no. It's actually encouraging you to start, to come back. If you had a previous account and you want to come back and play again, it's encouraging you to come back and start fresh on a new server. Which at first I was like, no, I've already built up my account. I have all these cool characters. I have a ton of resources. I have like 200 summons, which I might just do for fun. Just because I'm gonna have to do a summoning video for my new account, but we might do the old account summons just for that dopamine fix. We'll have to see. Stay tuned for a future video for that. But being on a dead server, like if you stopped playing a long time ago, your alliance is gone, nobody's there, the only people that are left are the Krakens who have been playing for a long time, and you feel very behind possibly. So starting fresh on a new server actually makes complete sense. So I actually think that's really smart that they encouraged us to do so. And speaking of starting fresh or coming back, all of the above, if you haven't already, guys, again, I have the link in the description and the QR code on the screen, which you can scan if you're on a PC, and check out the game. Give it a chance. It's free to download, free to play. It's actually quite a fun game. So if you want to come back and you need that download, grab the link and join me again. So there's definitely all of these new systems I have never seen before. I'm going to show some of that on the screen right now. I was like, what the hell is that? So I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to recheck out. But I'm kind of debating right now if I'm gonna start playing the new account or just play on the old account. But we'll see. You'll find out in my next video, I guess. But there's so many things that are different with these sprites, with like this celestial kind of overall account stat boost that you get. It's pretty impressive, all of the things that they've added. And I'm really looking forward to continuing to check out the new features. And one of the new features is actually something that sounds really interesting. And it's called the Lithas Tournament. It's an arena tournament that's in its beta phase. Alright, so the Lithas Tournament is a competitive event. You deploy characters and, well, you try to win battles. In order to qualify, you do have to have played for 120 days. So if I play on my new account, I won't be able to do that directly, but maybe I can check it out on the older account. We'll have to see. So the tournament has a rotating champion aura, champion suspension voting, and a qualifying stage. It all sounds a bit complicated, but I think once we dive in there, we'll understand. So it'll actually be the top 64 people that go on from the knockout to the finals to the grand finals stage, tournament style, to compete for rewards. Even if you don't make it to the top, you can actually participate in their wager event, which I think is really neat. You can support your friends or just who you think is going to win. You can place bets on who you think is going to win, and yeah, and show support for your fellow participants. It does sound like an exciting and challenging new event. It really does. It's different. It's a unique setup, and I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you think. So if any of this sounds fun to you, be sure to download the game now for free. It's available on Android and iOS. You can use my link in the description or the pinned comment, or you could scan the QR code on the screen if you're at a PC. You'll even get a starter pack worth $20. It includes 1 summoning crystal, 100,000 gold, and 100 diamonds. And the first 30 players who leave their in-game account ID and username in the comment section below will receive a free legendary female succubus champion, the Luxuriant, one of the best mages to carry you in the game. Alright guys, I hope you're excited to check out the game again with me. Give it a shot, and I'll see you in the next video.